Last night you did something genuinely bizarre, and you almost certainly don't remember it. For an hour or two, your brain switched off the outside world, paralyzed your body so you couldn't act it out, and then generated a vivid, fully convincing hallucination. You watched it happen. You believed every second of it. And then, the moment you opened your eyes, most of it dissolved. We do this every single night, for years, for a third of our lives. And here's the strange part. Nobody made us. There's no obvious reason a survival machine should spend hours every night watching made-up films of fish and staircases and people who don't exist. So here's the question almost no one stops to ask. Why do we dream at all? This is Pondara, things you never thought to wonder about. And stay with me, because this isn't a fact about brains in general. It's happening to yours every night in the dark. The real answer isn't about the future or the past. It's your brain quietly protecting itself from something far stranger than a bad dream. And to find it, we have to go down, into the night, one stage at a time. Now, you probably already have an answer in your head. Most of us do. Dreams are just leftover noise, random static the brain throws off as it powers down. Or, if you're feeling deeper about it, dreams are your subconscious, hidden wishes, the day's events being quietly filed away. Your mind sorting the inbox while you sleep. And those answers feel right. They felt right for 100 years. But here's the problem. If dreams were just random static, they wouldn't have a structure, and they do. And if they were simply your brain filing the day away, they'd look like your day. They don't. You don't dream in spreadsheets. You dream about a house with a room you've never seen, a friend wearing somebody else's face, a staircase that loops back on itself. That isn't filing, that's invention. So the easy answers can't be the whole story, and the real one is hiding further down. Let's keep descending, because not all sleep is the same, and not all dreaming is the same. Over a single night, you'll cycle through the stages roughly 4 to 6 times, sinking down into deep, slow, dreamless sleep, then rising back up into the fizzing electric stage we call REM. And the deeper you go and the longer the night runs, the stranger the dreams become. In the lab, when scientists wake people during REM, about 85% of the time they're mid-dream. Wake them from the deep, quiet stages, and that drops to under half. The vivid, plotted, cinematic stuff lives at a particular depth. So let's keep going down, because there's a reason your brain works this hard to put on the show. Here's the first real clue. While you dream, something quietly extraordinary happens to your feelings. REM sleep is the only time in the entire 24-hour day when one specific chemical almost completely switches off. It's called noradrenaline, and it's your brain's stress signal, the thing that floods you when you're anxious or on edge. So picture what that means. During a dream, your brain pulls up the day's emotional memories, the embarrassing thing, the argument, the worry, and it replays them. But it replays them in a bath of total chemical calm. The memory stays. The sting gets stripped away. The neuroscientist Matthew Walker calls this overnight therapy. A soothing balm, he says, that removes the sharp edges from the day before. And this isn't a poetic guess. Walker's team tested it. They took 34 people, showed them a set of 150 emotional images, and scanned their brains. Then, 12 hours later, they showed them the same images again. One group had slept in between, one had stayed awake. The result was clean. In the people who'd slept, the brain's fear center, the amygdala, reacted far less the second time. The emotional charge had drained out overnight. In the people who'd stayed awake, it actually got worse. Read that again, because it's quietly remarkable. Time alone didn't heal the feeling. Sleep did. The dream did. Your worst Tuesday gets gently filed away each night, kept as a fact, but softened as a feeling. This is part of why you so often wake up, and a problem that felt enormous at midnight feels, somehow, survivable by morning. You didn't solve it. Your brain defanged it while you slept. If that quietly rearranged how you think about a bad night's sleep, a like genuinely helps these find the people who need them. But emotion is only half the descent. Because there's an older, darker theory of why dreams feel the way they do, and it nearly answered the whole question. It's called threat simulation, and the idea is that dreams are a flight simulator for survival, a safe place to rehearse being chased, falling, or losing someone, so we're ready for the real thing. And the numbers seem to back it up. Around 2/3 of dream reports contain some kind of threat. Most dream emotions are negative. The most common interaction in dreams isn't love, it's conflict. It's a compelling story, but it still can't be the whole one, because it doesn't explain the sheer weirdness, the flying, the teeth falling out, the room you've never seen, the friend with the borrowed face. A flight simulator for danger doesn't need you to dream about a talking fish in your old school. So something deeper has to be going on. And in the last few years, one scientist offered an answer that turns the weirdness from a glitch into the entire point. His name is Eric Hole, and to explain his idea, he borrowed it from the machines we built to think like us. When engineers train an artificial intelligence, they hit a problem called overfitting. The system studies its training data so obsessively that it memorizes it perfectly, and then completely falls apart the moment it sees anything new. It learned the examples, it never learned the world. And the fix the engineers found is wonderfully strange. They deliberately feed the system noise, corrupted, scrambled, nonsensical versions of the data. Just enough chaos to stop it clinging to the exact examples and force it to learn the general pattern underneath, to see the forest, not just the trees. Now look at your own life. The same commute, the same desk, the same kind of Tuesday over and over. Your brain is at constant risk of overfitting to your routine, of learning your narrow little world so well that it loses the ability to imagine anything outside it. So, Hole argues, every night your brain does exactly what the engineers do. It injects noise. It generates deliberately strange, off-pattern, scrambled stories, the talking fish, the impossible house, to keep itself flexible, to stop you from collapsing into pure routine. Which means the weirdness of your dreams was never a flaw, and it was never random static. It's the medicine. The bizarreness is the whole reason. Your brain isn't malfunctioning at night. It's protecting its own imagination. So why do we dream? Not, it turns out, because they're random noise, and not just to file away your day. Remember the things floating above your bed last night? The talking fish, the looping staircase, the stranger wearing a face you almost recognized. None of that was junk. We dream to stay soft, to heal the day's small wounds while the stress chemical sleeps. And we dream to stay open, to keep a mind that lives on repetition from hardening into something that can only ever see what it's already seen. The strangest image in your dream was the one doing the most important work. The strangest hours of your life happen every single night, in the dark, with no audience but you. And they might be the quiet reason you wake up a little lighter and a little more open to the world than the person who fell asleep. But there's one more door. A small number of people learn to wake up inside the dream, to know while it's happening that none of it is real, and to take the controls. More than half of us have done it by accident, at least once. And what happens in the brain the moment you realize you're dreaming is one of the strangest things we've ever recorded. That's where we go next. If this changed how you see your own sleep, you already know the kind of mind that wanders here. Subscribe to Pondara, and keep wondering about the things you never thought to wonder about. I'll see you in the next quiet moment.